Hello loves and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about Jupiter going into Taurus this year in May 16th 2023 all the way till May 25th 2024. It's going to be a we got to talk about it. We got to talk about this transit because it is very significant. There's a lot of stuff going on and it's going to change a lot of things. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Before we jump in, this is also going to not be super long of a video because I just want to get you guys the information. But before I get started, don't forget to use the code Valentine's 2023. The code will be on your screen to get a 22% off all of my services until Valentine's Day. I'm doing a little Valentine's Day special. Also, don't forget to take the retreat survey so that way I know where you guys want to go, because I am making some plans to do some spiritual retreats, and right now Egypt is like number one. I'm not surprised, but Egypt is like number one, and there's a couple other places that I'm really excited to plan around. So definitely make sure that you vote, like actual click the link and vote. Don't just comment, click the link and vote, so that way I know where y'all want to go to so I can start planning those out. Okay. And yeah, with that said, we're going to jump in. Oh wait, don't forget to sign up for the workshop as well. I almost forgot. So we've been doing our herbalism workshop series, and the second workshop is going to be in February, on February 8th. We're going to be covering on working with the element of water. So we're going to talk about the spiritual practices of working with the element of water. So spiritual baths, floor washes, foot washes, all those kind of things, as well as working with water medicinally with plant medicine. So definitely make sure that you sign up for the class. If you missed the first one, which is the intro, it's still available on Patreon on the High Priest level, because they have access to all the past workshops, which is why it's a benefit. It's one of the perks of being on the High Priest level. With that said, we're going to jump in and we're going to get started. Now, when it comes to Jupiter moving into Taurus, the thing that I want y'all to understand with Jupiter moving into Taurus is that you're going to see a lot of people love and light washing this transit as, you know, oh my God, abundance, financial abundance, success, money, home, possessions, new car, new things, new bling, new things. Like there's going to be a lot of, you know, people blowing this up as a wonderful transit. And I'm not saying that it's not, okay, because Taurus is ruled by Venus, amplifies that energy of pleasure, amplifies that energy of enjoyment. Also because Taurus rules finances, wealth, you know, like really focusing in on how we gain our wealth, how we have our pleasure, how we enjoy things, the things that we value. This can open the path to so many different things, not just financially, but things that we possess, things that we have. That includes relationships, that includes long-term commitments, because Taurus is a fixed sign. So it's going to want, when it comes to intentions, it's going to be long-term intentions. It's going to be things that ultimately long-term are going to cover like for years and years to come. Like manifestations are going to be on another level. So I don't want you guys to think that there's no, you know, positive things that can come out of it, but it's just that I don't want you guys to think that that's all that can come out of it, and I'm going to explain why. I had to have myself some tea because you guys already know I'm a tea girl. Anyway, when it comes to this transit, one of the big things about it is that Uranus has been in Taurus for quite a bunch of years, like quite a couple years. Uranus transits last a really long time, because Uranus is one of the generational planets that takes a really long time to move from sign to sign. So Uranus has been doing a lot to Taurus, within Taurus energy, to Tauruses specifically, also to Taurus placements, and okay, for quite a bit of years now. There's been a lot of transformation, there's been a lot of evolution, because Uranus, you know, focuses on evolution, revolution, unexpected change, chaos. So there's been a lot getting shaken up for Taurus placements, Taurus signs, like those transits as well. There's been a lot getting shaken up there for people, because it's been needed, and because Uranus has been there, just, you know, taking its time, literally unrooting stuff and getting things out of the way, clearing house, okay, clearing the garden to plant new things, like clearing the weeds. Like there's been a lot of changes. One of the things that when it comes to looking at the signs, you always have to understand and look at both the positive way and the not so, the shadow side of each sign. And one of the things about Taurus energy is that Tauruses can be hoarders. They can be very possessive. They can be very not wanting to let go of things, habits that, you know, are really they're over. They've been past the point, but they're still holding on to it because it supplies them some sort of pleasure to some extent. It comes back to that Venusian energy of pleasure, of enjoyment, of this thing brought me joy, or I don't want to let this go because it just it could be like nostalgia. It could be so many different things. But Taurus is the most stubborn sign astrologically. It's amplifies that fixed energy because it is an earth sign. Earth signs move the absolute slowest out of all the other signs, and it is a fixed sign. It's a fixed earth sign, so it is the slowest out of all of the earth signs to move, to change, to embrace change, to embrace something different, or to even clean house. So while Taurus energy can be expressed in positive ways and ground itself beautifully, it also can have negative tendencies like hoarding, like not wanting to let go of stuff, like valuing things that are outdated, like they have actively outgrown, and those things Uranus have been breaking down for the past couple of years through its transit through Taurus. And now that Jupiter is about to go to, okay, what's going to happen is that there's going to be a conjunction. What is a conjunction? Conjunction is where the planets are working together, right? So Jupiter, the planet of expansion, luck, abundance, opportunity, knowledge, philosophy, right? Travel, understanding, like that planet, okay, the planet of luck, the planet of expansion is going to be in conjunct with the planet that rules over chaos, unexpected change, revolution, evolution, right? Now, the thing to know about this is because Jupiter is very much that planet that sets the theme for the year energetically. Jupiter takes about a year to move from sign to sign, so it really sets the theme for the year, and you feel the impacts of Jupiter's energy a lot quicker than you do with Uranus. Uranus takes a longer amount of time because Uranus takes years upon years to transit from sign to sign. But because of this conjunction that's going to happen, this Jupiter and Uranus conjunction, both planets being in Taurus, both playing for the same team, both working together, it's going to make it so both Jupiter's energy is used and expressed in multiple different ways. And this is why I wanted to make this video, because I don't want you guys to think that this transit is going to be all love and light and all, you know, all good, all just wonderful the finances, money just flowing in and growing from the trees, like all of this kind of stuff. Jupiter is the planet that a lot of people like to love and light wash, and to be honest, Jupiter can expand both positive and negative energies. I've talked about this many times on the channel. So when it comes to Jupiter energy, while yes, there will be windows throughout this transit that are going to be amazing for financial change. And like, let's say you have been actively going through a lot of financial evolution within yourself. Maybe you've changed your habits or are wanting to ground yourself more within a home or something, or like shifting or moving from one side of the country to maybe outside of the country to somewhere else, and maybe you want to build a home elsewhere, you want to ground yourself somewhere else. This is a great transit for you to see a lot of that change happening, to push a lot of those movements to happen. But at the same time, there is a window, okay, that can lead to some financial chaos happening, because you do have the planet of chaos and you do have Jupiter just working together. And because Jupiter can expand negative and positive energies or situations, Jupiter can very much well expand chaos within Taurus energy while working with Uranus. So I don't want you guys to see it as just like, oh my God, let it rain, like kind of thing. There could be a lot of different types of chaos that can, you know, come up. The one I see coming up very harsh is definitely going to be climate change. Taurus is definitely, as an earth sign, very much connected to the earth, very much connected to like cattle farming, all of those things, the things that we are very much grounded in, eating food, all that kind of stuff. So you might see a lot of things going on financially when it comes to globally. You might see more of a focus on traditional financial institutions, not necessarily more digital, like when, Jupiter was in Aquarius and there was a more focus on digital currency and stuff like that. You might see a more focus on actual things that are tangible, not digitized, that you can see. So keep in mind that specific thing, things that you have, like even having a pantry stocked up with cans and foods and stuff like that. That's important. Build that stuff. Make sure you have something that you can fall back on if something happens financially. There's already been a lot of stuff happening within the food industry with the prices and everything surging up. There is a window where it could be a great boost for the economy and for things to switch over, but there is also a window where things have to break down in order for them to be rebuilt. That Uranus energy, again, of chaos is very much present. Don't just be like, ride or die, Jupiter is going to be like amazing for my finances. Like, it's going to also create, there's going to be chaos before there is blessings. I want that to be clear. So you're definitely going to be seeing a lot of things. You could see a lot of changes with taxes. You could see a lot of changes with businesses, financial institutions, like money that you have coming in. Even when it comes to like loans, there might be like really amazing sales, but there also, again, in some areas, you could see some prices going up or some price gouging and stuff like that. You can definitely see, digital prices, especially when it comes to stocks, like going down during this time due to people focusing more on the tangible things. So also keep that in mind if you're trying to invest on stocks for later on. Maybe you're preparing yourself for like next year or stuff like that. That's something that you might want to focus on, especially, if you're willing to buy low to wait for, things to change next year. This is a very important time for you to think about the value of things and the things that you want that are meaningful to you. So if you want a home, if you want, something, a larger investment, if you want to go back to school, if you're committing to something long term, this is an important time to think about and focus on working towards that. If you are meant to be somewhere else, if you're meant to be grounded somewhere else, you're also going to see a lot of shifts towards that direction, because the planets are very much like Uranus. Once working with Jupiter just makes things move a lot quicker, again, because the impacts are within the year. So you will see changes and shifts. You might move, you might change careers, you might literally go, like, you're grounding, you might literally end up, a tornado might come and you might have to rebuild your house. Like, it's that serious. So make sure that you are actively working with the planetary changes and not against them. Make sure that you are also looking at where you have Taurus and also the other earth signs, Virgo and Capricorn, where you have it in your chart, because when something is happening in one earth sign, trust the rest of the earth signs feel it. Trust. Capricorn season, Virgo and Taurus are feeling it too. So just make sure you're also looking at those placements, but make sure you're seeing where Jupiter and Uranus are transiting for you, because you're going to be seeing a lot of shifts. Prepare for this new astrological year that's coming up, okay, to be a lot different than last year, because it will be. Trust. You might come out of it a lot more grounded. You might end up losing things that you didn't want to lose, but end up being putting you in the right path. And you might find yourself getting on a whole different, like, feeling a lot more grounded once we come out of it. Granted, Uranus is still going to be in Taurus next year, because the transit is fairly long. But for right now, do what you can with it. Jupiter will be going retrograde in Taurus from September 4th to December 31st. So there will be that retrograde period that you will also be seeing a lot of different shifts and changes. So again, breathe, take it easy, process, plan, set intention, what the things that you already know. Like, this is a great time, like, especially Aquarius season, Pisces season, all up into Aries season. Before May and April come through, it's a great time to get a reading for the year, or do your transits. This is a great time to do that, so that way you know, like, personally what's coming up for you, what you need to work on, why you need to work on it, and how the energy will be impacting you personally. Okay, so that is what I wanted to cover for this video. Definitely an amazing time for money, for investments, for, you know, to even think about getting a home, all of those type of things. This is also great for career, business, like to really focus if you have your own personal business and stuff like that. Jupiter and Taurus can expand, can blow things up, can make things, listen, it has so much potential to be amazing, but there's also certain ways that it can manifest in not so great ways. So make sure that you are grounded and that you are preparing yourself for how you want to work with it, because that's going to really start setting the things in motion for what your path is going to look like moving forward. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. I will see y'all in the next video. Don't forget to check out the Patreon as well. Have a wonderful day.